Boom! Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to the 60th episode of the American Idiot Show. Dal, can you believe it's been 60 episodes?
No, but I believe if Arteta stays in the job, we'll have up to 60 years without a trophy.
Nailed it. Nailed it already. We're coming out. No, we're coming out firing here.
Coming out firing. Bing, bang, bosh. So anyway, no, it's great to be here. Great to have Winter Surfer on the show. And finally, Connor decides to grace us with his presence. The multimedia personality that he is of the UK. Big up, Connor. Anyway, let's get into it. Welcome, Winter Surfer, 60th episode. I'm here. Rock.
Yes, let's go. And speaking of absolute superstars, people that are too good for this show, too big. Connor, you know, I knew you getting to know Terry Flores was going to be a problem for me. I knew it. And,
so funny. What a hypocrite! What a hypocrite! What a hypocrite! It's like it takes like 10 years to get TJ on my channel. It's like so he's a hypocrite.
What do you want?
I tried to get on Connor's channel, but I missed the kickoff a few days ago.
Yeah. It's got to be like from start. I did it with Charlie as well. But hey, listen. Big up to everyone locked in. Big up Surfer every single time. Big up Dal TJ. Big up to everyone in the chat. Happy Friday. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. We've got FA Cup final tomorrow. Playoff final on Sunday. So it's gonna be a good weekend. Long weekend here in the UK. Bank holiday Monday. Bosh.
Thank God.
So yeah, man. I'm good. Chilling. Got a drink. Just enjoying life at the moment, man. And yeah, ready to talk some footy.
Yes, let's talk some footy. And speaking of absolute superstars, I was just kidding about Connor being the biggest star on here. We all know. We all know that it's the Winter Surfer, fresh off of his appearances literally everywhere. He's my brother over at Sarcasm City TV. He's big in with Marshall over there at Casually FC. You've seen him on the Football Terrace. You've seen him lately on Saeed TV. Big up, Andrew the Winter Surfer. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, fellas. I'm doing good. You know, it's been a quiet week at my club, so it's not much really to talk about. You know what I mean? Let's just talk about the playoff final, something like that. You know, and just let's move on. I can't wait till the year. Let's do team of the season on this stream. I missed it the other day.
Show topic, TJ.
I think the word six. I think the number 60 is appropriate because I think we've been linked to 60 managers since Tuesday night anyway. So it's all
take away the 0. It's 6. You finish 6.
Yeah.
On the money.
There you go.
Oh my gosh! Big up, Andrew. Big up. Of course, I'm just gonna call you Surfer. I can't call you Andrew.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Here's the thing: is I've cooked with Surfer online so often that I just call him Surfer all the time. He's the best right wing.
He's the better version of the Winter Soldier.
What? Yeah, he's the
Winter Soldier. He's the better version of him.
I'm his lazy brother. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Nice. Big up Capo. Big up everybody in the chat, by the way. We already got 8 inside. The numbers are climbing. You guys are awesome. Big up AFC always. I hope you feel better soon, my friend. I see that you're in hospital. Shout out Sheep TV. Shout out AJ. Shout out freaking Jaminho, who is already happy that PARTEY is out of here. We're gonna get to that. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get to the point where Connor is. I'm gonna have to borrow Connor's tin hat because these party rumors are absolutely ridiculous to me. But anyway, and big up Jesse Uptown as well. He says Asna fall off starting. And we'll talk about that. But first we got to talk about the latest news. We got to talk about the manager carousel. This is my favorite time of the year where my ops get to start all over again, aka Man United and Chelsea. The one thing that I'm disappointed about, and you got to hope for, number one, is that they get a worse manager. But I don't think you could do any worse than Ten Hag. POCH, not so much. I think POCH has a little bit more room. Obviously, he didn't do enough at Chelsea to warrant him keeping the job. We're gonna get Surfer's thoughts on that because I know he was a staunch Poch-inner, so I want to make sure that he says his piece. And then we can go into Ten Hag. But yeah, Surfer, thoughts? Poch out. Who do you want next?
Hit you with a good Lord split you.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I was in favour of him going. I had no problem with him going whatsoever. I'm glad that they took all the season into account and weren't seduced like some of this flip-flop fan base for the last 5 games.
Oh, mate, Surf, your Twitter is the funniest thing, man. I swear. I swear to God. It was like everyone will love it.
Even during that 5-game run, we didn't play well in all the games. We scraped past Nottingham Forest. We scraped past Brighton and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It was like everyone forgot. Like 2 weeks previous, we got battered by your mob. Do you know what I mean? They wanted him out. You know what I mean? It was like what? What's going on here? And it's, oh no, maybe he's clicked. Maybe he's found it. What? 32 and a half games into a league season, he's finally found it. When he's played once a week, all season. No Europe, right? No Europe, and all it took was him to invert a fullback. Is that what we're talking about here? That's all he had. And he had, by the way, the injuries weren't an excuse because he had those players to do it like 5 games previously he could have done. And the way the league was going out, Villa, have you seen Villa's form the last like month and a half?
Awful.
And Spurs as well. We could there's no listen, I don't care what anyone says. I think we could have easily snatched that 4th place. Looking at it. I got very close at least, you know what I mean? Or definitely 5th or something like that. It's just, honestly, I don't know. It's like someone looks at that Men in Black, you know, that flashing thing, you know, the Men in Black.
The neuralizer.
Someone just does that every other game to some Chelsea fans.
Just makes them forget about it.
Make them forget about it. And it's like, oh no, you know, he could have done this, he could have done that. And it's like, no. I've said to you guys probably heard me all season. I blamed him for most of our injuries. They were off the pitch. Do you know what I mean? During the last international break, we got 2 injuries from players that weren't even playing for their international team. How does that happen? You know, I mean, what is going on? And it's like I like the players. All the players liked him. Yeah, because he never held them accountable. Do you know what I mean?
Keep cooking. I'm gonna think about that too because I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit on American Waffle for calling that out. I got a lot of shit. Hold that, Staffy. Absolute fraud.
It's like yesterday. It's like Wesley Fofana. Sorry to see you go, boss. Bro, you're lucky you didn't come back. You've got no knees to begin with. This guy had your back. You would have needed a leg transplant. You know what I mean? It was like, honestly, just a whole wept. And it's like, I'm glad they took all of it and went, okay, the greatest, like I keep saying to everyone, the greatest thing Poch ever did at Chelsea was give the answers in the interview when they interviewed him.
Yeah.
That's the best thing he's ever done because he never lived up to what was obviously said during that time. He changed from pre-season to this like Cole at left back, Chilwell at left wing. And he was going, I don't need, I don't know if Enzo can play 6 or 8, so I'm going to put him as a 10 or wide left or something like that. It's madness. I mean, we're just lucky his injury bug didn't hit like Gusto that much, Palmer or Jackson or Caicedo.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, and I feel like he's actually set some of these players back like a year or something like that in their development. I mean, Colwell's development. Colwell's development is easily shut down for a year. Easily shut down. I'm telling you right now. He's just he's very fortunate. And the thing is this, I was never like, oh yeah, I've got to get Poch or something. The way our managerial search last year, it was like, Poch, okay, let's see. And I got fooled myself. But then when I'm looking back at Poch, I go, just at PSG, Lionel Messi had his worst statistical season under Poch. His worst in the French league, not like in the La Liga or anywhere. In the French league, he had his worst statistical season. There's rumours that he played him at DM or right wing back in some games or something like that. He was playing players out of position there. He played Kimpembe at left back, Verratti as a number 10. Like it was just that. And then you look back at Spurs and you go, that team should have won something. That Spurs team should have easily won something. They were a very good team. And is it any coincidence that after he left, Kane wasn't getting those ankle injuries as well? Do you remember when Kane used to get an ankle injury every season? He used to put him out. I also think that this man, I always think about sliding doors moment, and maybe it's unfair to do so, but if Soldado hadn't got injured, he wouldn't be playing Kane in the league. He was only playing him in the cup, if you guys remember. He was never playing Kane in the league. It was in the Europa League and the League Cup. But listen, I think Poch should be in this conversation with the new coaches right now. He's sort of around that age, near enough, but he's not. He's an old school coach. He brings 18-19 tactics into 23-24, and the training methods are outdated. I mean, we saw a piece I think it was Wednesday, where it was like players coming back, they wouldn't give a special training rehab for. He put them straight into that, and he was all about running. It's just a PE teacher, a bleep test. That's all this guy is right now. And I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's gone. For me, I think we finished 6th in spite of him.
Yeah.
I think we were 10th and 11th in spite of him. Because I honestly think with Ten Hag, I think and maybe the Sheffield United manager, but then Sheffield United got a crap squad, so really can't do much. I think he's one of the worst 2 coaches in this league. I think I said it. Listen, do you remember when Palace smashed Man United 4-0? It was glorious, right?
Yeah, of course.
I literally tweeted out. I said, "Go to Palace and give them 200 million for their manager, Elise, Eze, Wharton, and Mitchell. Just drop it right now."
Yeah,
because I've always said that the coaching matters. What? No one was talking about Mateta 2 months ago.
No, and everybody knew that Eze was a baller. Everybody knew that Eze was a baller and Elise are ballers. But they and Wharton. I didn't know who Wharton was. I had no idea who he was, and he's been unlocked under this manager. Crystal Palace, scary man.
But he goes to my thing about. I've always said this season, coaching matters, and that's what it is now. It's coaching league. Look at Gary O'Neill at Wolves. 6 days before the season starts, I lost his 2 best midfielders, never replaced them, and he keeps them. I would have thought I had them down as one of the favourites for relegation, Wolves at the start of the season, but kept them in. Raiola at Bournemouth. He had Solanke linked to you guys in January. Nobody wanted Solanke last summer. He got 6 goals.
I think he was like player of the month. He was like player of the month in December. So all of a sudden, all the people at Arsenal with the new shiny new toy syndrome started speaking up. Sorry,
relax. I was one of those people.
He scored 6 goals the previous season. He scored 6 goals, and then you go, "Oh, Emery." When Emery took over, and he didn't add a lot to that squad over the last 2 transfer windows. Nobody wanted those players under Steven Gerrard. Nobody was talking about Ollie Watkins. He's got John McGinn looking like a Scottish Kevin De Bruyne this season. He's got people saying Tyrone Mings is a good defender. He's crap. He's rubbish. Tyrone Mings is a defender. He is rubbish. But that's what I'm talking about. Coaching matters. If you have a good coach can work with what he has. Do you know what I mean? And this guy had he didn't buy the players for him. It's Europe, bro. This is only in England where this is a concept where people go, "Oh, the manager's got to be in charge of everything." On the continent, nah, it's not how it works. It's
not how it works in America at all.
Like I keep telling everyone, this might be an extreme. Do you think Ancelotti was up at 2 a.m. watching tapes of Endrick and going, "Yeah, we've got to buy this guy for 60 million"? He didn't know who Endrick was until this morning. Do you know what I mean? Do you think Ancelotti's okay? This term yes man, Ancelotti's then the biggest yes man because he's really going to go into a season only having Joselu as a recognised striker at Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. And I'm glad he's gone. Ironically, I think he's going to return in a couple of weeks for a charity match. He's going to so it's like Stamford.
Okay.
So it's like Soccer Aid, I think it is. He's going to return for. But no, he deserved to go. He had all the chances. This was particularly this season. It was a chance to actually build something because he didn't have a lot of games. But I heard a stream earlier when they said, "Oh, like it's usually coaches. It's usually good. Maybe once a week they'll learn something. But if you're a bad coach, maybe having a game only once a week is a bad thing because you have more time to put across your terrible ideas. If you have a game every 3 or 4 days, you don't have a chance to do that. And yeah, he's just. I think he was. I'm amazed he got linked to the Man United job right away. I'm just amazed after seeing this. It's like people take their. I know they're going to banter Chelsea. Oh, yeah, but look at Chelsea, it's a mess. And I know it's a mess and stuff like that. But this guy he had one game. He had Sheffield United. He had Gallagher starting on the left wing, and then he put him right wing second half. I mean, this guy's a bozo. Do you know what I mean? Absolute bozo. Honestly,
No.
for me and my expectations, and I'm pre-Roman, so no one's going to get that. You just jumped up on the Chelsea bus. He's the worst expectation coach I've ever seen at Chelsea. The worst.
Hey, there you go. Hey, and we got 2 super chats from a user, so I'll try to get to these back to back. Guys, make sure you're smashing the likes. If you're new, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you subscribe to Casual FC as well, and of course, Sarcasm City TV, where me and Surfer spit our truth. No lies.
I'm sorry. What's that shit, Andrew? What does it say?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's one I got. It's one I got made up. It's like it says Ryan 1610 says I have no composure. That's what we know.
Nice.
Yeah. He told me he texted me 24 hours before before Championship Sunday and said you could be the champions at this time tomorrow. And
you know that weekend.
I stand him, dude. He's killing
the
me.
weekend Liverpool played Man City. After I think you won the previous evening. He goes, Arsenal are definitely going to win this. 24 hours. 24 hours remind you after a draw. He said Liverpool are going to win this.
All right, a user. He says people say Poch was appalling at PSG. Remember, he had 3 large egos to suppress. In regards to Spurs, Poch went 3 windows without any investment to the team. I'm going to answer this first.
Yeah,
okay? Real quick. If you didn't realize this at Chelsea, then you weren't watching Spurs. You weren't watching PSG. Okay, I didn't really watch him at PSG, but I did watch him at Spurs. Okay, he does not command respect. This guy wants to be liked so badly that he doesn't even. Sorry, excuse me, I'm spitting right now. He doesn't even pick a guy. He doesn't even have a designated penalty taker.
Oh, it's another thing. Yeah,
he would literally let. I'll never forget that Everton game. Watching your guys fight over the ball. How embarrassing is that? Where you're literally you got Gusto shoving freaking Cole Palmer, and I'm just like, what are these guys doing? Just take the fucking pen. You're up by 5. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? So if you're not seeing that this guy doesn't have any control, he doesn't have really any system that he's trying to employ. He's basically just throwing shit at the wall and making it stick. And you made an incredible point, and me and Marshall were trying to get this across on American Waffle, is that the amount of people that were trying to gloss over the draws at Burnley and Sheffield and be like, oh man, yeah, these guys, he's really got these guys coming towards the end of the season. Who did you beat?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, well, we slapped West Ham 5-0 away. 3 other teams did that this season, I'm pretty sure. Like, right. What are we doing here? Like, the amount of the short-term memory or the long-term memory on these people needs to be studied, needs to be examined.
And you just reminded me, right? The second part of this, because I'm sure you're in the Sarcasm group chat, right, TJ? So I asked a couple of Spurs fans about how much control we had. And one of them came back, I think it was Eleanor said, the 2 winners, we didn't buy anyone. It's not that we didn't want to buy anyone. He didn't like any of their targets. He didn't like any of their targets. Not that they didn't buy anyone. He didn't like their targets. So that's why they didn't buy anyone. And also, I forgot about the penalty thing. Let's remember his comments after the League Cup final, right? Which is ironically, he asked for experience and we lost to Liverpool's kids. So that's irony right there. He said, after we were finishing the second half strong, after we had those chances and we should have taken momentum into extra time, oh no, the players felt that they could win this on penalties. What the hell? What the hell is that? What kind of manager actually says that out loud? Thinks that's good enough to say out loud, first of all, and we're going to go, yeah, you're right. And second of all, how do you have that thinking? I don't care what the players say. Hey, we didn't play well the entire game, but we finished the half strong. They're on the beach. They're going to bring their kids on. Let's wrap this up in extra time, win a cup, and see what happens. No, it's honestly, it's just. There's so many. I've never blamed him this season for players missing chances. I can't blame a manager for players missing chances. But set us up. We conceded 63 goals. That's the worst in the Premier League we've conceded. 63 goals.
I don't like Poch.
He didn't want a set piece coach either. But we kept conceding from set pieces. So what is going on? And it's just. Like Lewis has got. If you ever watch Carefree Lewis, he's got like a video of like the directors, the POCH and the owners, and there's a list of like crimes.
That one, the GTA one. Yeah.
If you follow him on Twitter, because obviously he's getting targeted by you, it's all your fault. The POCH, like Lewis has got supreme power or something like to get him. But so he tweeted out. Okay, he had enough. And he just tweeted out just a giant list of crimes, and it was like, if I was going into that meeting with POCH and I had a pros and cons list, I would need more pages for my cons list. You know what I mean? I put in my pros. It would just run up. I'd be like going, crap, we got more paper. Chop a tree down because I need some more paper right now. Honestly.
Surfer, now he's gone. The 3 linked managers, as Skylex put there, Bar Thomas Frank, a championship manager. Well, recently promoted championship managers. They're both the Leicester manager, the Ipswich manager, McKenna, and obviously Thomas Frank. Chelsea Football Club needs to step up their game, man. Like real talk.
You're forgetting that secret 4th one that no one knows about.
Who's the secret? Jose Mourinho?
Right?
No. That. By the way, that that came from a betting company. That wasn't even like any journalist. No one understands this. If they look back at every time we've fired a manager, Jose Mourinho always appears on the list because he's a former Chelsea manager. No one ever noticed that. And it was linked.
Who's the secret 4th one?
Well, I think it's
Frank Lampard.
I think it's
Frank Lampard.
I actually think it's Amarim. It's the 4th one.
Wow.
And he's got a cup final this weekend, so that's why I think it's like. And this early when POCH was sacked, they were going, oh, there was rumors that they want to get it done this week, and then yesterday there was leaking stuff from the press going, no, they actually want to do it next week. So I'll be interested from Sunday evening going to Monday, whether it's Amarin. The De Zerbi links popped up again like half an hour after Man United said Ten Hag was going to get the boot.
Yeah.
Ones. And also now tonight, it's like they're saying McKenna's waiting on Man United. So it's like...
Listen, I like Thomas Frank, and I don't know much about McKenna and I can't remember the other guys. Is it Pescarini, something like that?
I keep calling him Mascara by mistake. It just,
yeah. He probably looks like him, to be fair.
No, but Colin, the funny thing with Thomas Frank? So yesterday he appeared on the list. 24 hours previously, there was reports saying he didn't want a job. How does that make sense?
Yeah, so he said he wanted another seat. He wanted to stick with Brentford. Yeah, it's weird.
Wednesday he doesn't want the job. Thursday he's on the list. So nobody knows.
The point I'm trying to make is Chelsea Football Club, unless it's Amarin, have to swap their game, man. Like, come on.
I think this is all just. I think my own opinion is that the Championship guys are just a smokescreen. I don't know why you have them as a smokescreen. And also, like I said several times on different streams, it's like, and they haven't refuted this. The report came out and said they want the new manager to get top 4 and possibly a trophy. So why the hell would you hire McKenna or Maresca? Because if you hire them, I immediately do not put top 4 and trophy on them.
No way.
I just can't. I cannot do that. I just cannot do that. So
it is like putting Frank Lampard back in the job. It's like putting Frank Lampard back in the job.
And you hired Arteta, and they went, and some of your fans went, right, now I expect a title charge. What? What do you mean? You just hired Arteta.
Yeah.
And all this goes through now, and we're not the only club. Juventus are going to sign up Thiago Motta. Bayern are going to sign up company, but that's sort of different because they've been rejected by everyone. They even went back to Tuchel and he rejected them.
Barcelona picked up Hansi Flick.
Oh, don't.
I'll get back to that, by the way.
Do you want a side note? I kept putting Hansi Flick in with these new guys. He's 59 years old, Hansi Flick. He's 59. I couldn't believe it.
Anyway, he's not boy, yeah.
Everybody's looking now, and it's not even an Arteta effect. It's the Xabi Alonso effect. Everyone is looking for their lightning in a bottle right now. They're looking for that right now. Juventus are going to sign up Thiago Motta. That's already done. Like you said, Barcelona's trying it with Xavi. They're going back to Flick. I'd be interested to see if Ancelotti goes this summer, who Real Madrid get, stuff like that. But Manchester United are looking for it. Liverpool sort of done it with Arne Slot sort of thing, even though it's probably more, no one's really talking about it. But be interesting, like 5-minute company, stuff like that. And we're trying to do the same. And it's because I don't even call it a manager's market, it's a head coach market. Let's be real, right? No, the manager is going to be extinct by this time next year. It's going to be just head coaches. Like I went back to Arne Slot, they announced him as head coach, not manager.
Mm-hmm.
I think Postecoglou's head coach as well. He's not manager.
What about Nagelsmann?
What?
He was thrown around a couple of times, not recently, but he was thrown around.
Yeah, but he's just signed up till 2026 with Germany,
Of
isn't he?
course he is. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course he
so
is.
that's the thing as well. So, I mean, listen, like I say, all around, Poch deserved to go. Anyone saying, oh no, maybe shouldn't. No. My only thing about Poch going was the head coach market, because unless it was a De Zerbi or an Amorim, then the rest are like, and even they've got question marks over them. By the way, I'm not going.
Yeah.
They definitely get things sorted. Nah, you've got question marks as well. But it needed to happen. And the funny thing was, actually, and you probably saw it. They've been complaining about the timing of it. I was thinking, well, when did you want it to happen? 2 days after the season.
This is the perfect time to do it.
It's the perfect.
Yeah,
time.
why would you? I mean, I get being Poch out in March. Like everybody can understand that, but the people that are complaining, oh, it should have happened sooner. Like between March and how do you benefit from bringing in somebody new to watch them play the last 3 matches of the season?
Well,
I think the timing doesn't the timing make perfect sense?
But I also thought that I flipped after he lost to Man United 3-1. Yeah, I'm pissed it took us this long to get over this because Manchester United, because I think their squad is crap. All right, they're just the best shithousery team in the league for me. They've stolen so many points this season. And they've got they finished on -1
to be fair, they finished in the right position, which was out of Europe.
But what I mean is they were there for like 2 months with a minus goal difference at the end of the league.
They were I honestly
think he held on
Watch
to
them
his
win
job.
tomorrow.
I honestly think he held on to his.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I think he held on to his job because of the cup runs. And then if you look at the teams we faced in the cup, we didn't face Man City or Liverpool or Arsenal or anything like that. We were facing championship teams and barely scraping past them, like Leeds United and Leicester. I mean, he lost 1-0 to Middlesbrough in the first leg. They had 14 injuries. Do you know what Michael Carrick said after that game? He goes, "We knew Levi Colwill was going to play left back, and we targeted him, and they did. They targeted him in that game and won 1-0. This is the whole point. You got outcoached by a rookie championship.
It's not even that. It's like that's so crazy to hear that, because it's not like it's a secret. Like the kid is not developed yet. So obviously he's gonna be soft to those kinds of attacks.
Sorry, TJ. I
don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Go ahead, Connor.
I don't understand why. This is gonna be a bold statement, right? I don't understand why some Chelsea fans wanted Poch to stay. Pochettino, in my humble opinion, and the only people, in my opinion, that will go against this, what I'm about to say, are Spurs fans, right?
Who cares?
Pochettino is not a good manager, in my opinion.
He's not.
He is the perfect manager for like a mid-table Premier League team who will always stay in the Prem. You know what I mean? I don't see. Yes, it's all well and good. He got Spurs to Champions League final. Fantastic. Well done. It's a good achievement. But you didn't go ahead and win the thing. And that was a one-off. You didn't do that again. Didn't do that with PSG. So this is. I don't think Pochettino is as good as, I'm going to say it here now, Spurs fans make him out to be. I really don't, because it's the Spurs fans. Because he was there for a long time. He got into a Champions League final, and all of a sudden he's a good manager. Yeah. I don't think he's that great of a manager as people make him out to be.
I agree with you, because you also and Surfer made this point earlier. Go back and look at that Spurs squad. There were some stars in that squad, man.
Dele Alli was in his prime.
Dele Alli in his prime. Son,
Ericsson
Kane,
as well within his prime.
Yep.
While at Spurs, and I don't know why he did this, they weren't expected to win the league. Okay, he might get in the top 4, but he disrespected the cups at Spurs. He disrespected.
Yeah, he did.
I really think he didn't do it here.
If he took it seriously, he would have definitely.
He didn't take him seriously.
100%.
It's madness, and you think why? Because you think Spurs are never going to win that league. Okay, they're in a cup.
Is the perfect manager to keep you in a league? Do you know what I mean? So he's like, he'll keep you sustainable mid-table. Do you know what I mean? So
you know what he is? Do you know what he is? He's the perfect Brighton manager.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I bet Tony Bloom.
I
bet Tony Bloom is like that because they didn't get in Europe this season. I don't think he wanted to get into Europe at all. I don't think that club wants to get into Europe. They want to buy players and sell them on for big money. I mean, the reason they're in profit the last 2 seasons is because of us mainly. No one else. The way we've just. But I mean, we might as well just bought Brighton, just stuff like that, and then loan them to another league. But he's just, honestly, like I say, he's not evolved. He's not. You know, when Eddie Howe, there's a story about Eddie Howe when he left Bournemouth. You know what he did in a year and a half when he was away? He went around different coaches.
I read that. I read about that. That actually.
This guy didn't. He just went on holiday and waited for a phone call. He didn't do anything. Honestly, didn't do anything.
No, I mean, if it's either evolve or die. And I want to bring a question to Dal here, because Dal's been watching football for longer than I can imagine, and has forgotten more than I know. So I want to bring this. I want to bring this to you, Dal. It says a couple of questions since and big up a user for the super chats, by the way. Really appreciate it, my guy. He says a couple of questions. Since when is one season enough to judge a manager, especially when especially when he is given a team full of players who never played together? Hold on 1 second. I want to bring something to you guys, and I want to answer this, and I want to throw it over to Dal. And Andrew made this point a little bit earlier, alluded to it. The way the game is going and the way the game is evolving, it's going from manager to head coach. General managers are actually becoming a big thing, like head of director operation or player operations, things like that. In the American model, coaches hardly have any say of what players they bring in. It doesn't matter if it's the NHL. I mean, the NHL, they have a little bit. NFL, they definitely don't. NBA, a little bit, not too much. But the amount of say that managers have in the Premier League is 10 times more than that. And I think that Premier League teams are seeing that and starting to go in the direction of the American model. Dal, do you see that at all? Or am I kind of, or what do you think about that theory?
It depends on the structure of the club and how much authority and power they want to give the manager over the technical director or the director of football. You go back to Arsene Wenger. It took him, out of 22 years, it took him some time to get the prestige and the command of players joining Arsenal just because it's Wenger, Ozil, Lacazette, etc. But at the same time, the American model is you're 100% right. The coaches aren't in drafting NFL players. That's all done by the head office, recruitment, etc. And so if the problem I have with that, if football clubs go with that model, is that you don't know what the relationship with the manager is going to be like, because a good manager will follow European football closely. Yeah. And in the back of their mind, be able to develop their own internal list of players that they think would fit into their system. Like Flawless has mentioned before, is you establish a system and you hire a manager for that system. Now, I don't necessarily agree with 100% of that. I'm more of the ilk of the players are very good and diverse, at what they do in their positions. They've been playing the game since they were practically 5 or 6 years old. They should be able to adapt to any style that a new manager brings.
Right.
So with that said, I think that if clubs do go the American model, they're missing out on a key component, and that is basically the relationship and the man management tactics that the manager brings, one-on-one with the players. If, why would a player sign up for a club just because they get along, with the technical director? That doesn't mean anything in the end. It's the on-the-field communication, it's on-field emotions that you have week in and week out and daily in training. You see the manager a hell of a lot more than you see the technical director, but if it's the other way around, then there's probably a problem.
Yeah. What do you? I mean, let's expand on this. And Dal, are you good? Are you good, or do you need to?
5 more minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Cool. So all right. We have a celebrity in our midst, guys. We have a celebrity in our midst.
There he is.
Ryan.
What happened to us to win the league, Ryan? What happened to us to win the league?
Ryan is here. And my 16 out of 10 shirt's in the wash. But you know when he appears,
Hit that.
gotta play it.
But here we are. Say, the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
What is that, brother?
What is that, brother?
What is that? Big up, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. I hope you're okay, even though you're absolutely killing me. If you tell me Arsenal are going to win the league, I'm going to assume we're probably going to get relegated. Like that's literally what I'm going to assume at this point now.
To be fair, if we're going to get relegated, we might win it. We keep saying we're going to get relegated. We might win
if we get relegated, we're definitely winning the championship. Don't worry about that.
100%. We're bossing that shit. Come
Yeah,
on,
I was
man.
gonna say, and then let's talk about Thomas Partey while Dallas is still here, since he has to jet off here in a minute. There's rumors that Thomas Partey is leaving. I believe it got a here we go type announcement here. Dal, where do you think that leaves us at the 6th position? And is this management going to actually take it seriously and go out and get a keyword proven
Right.
replacement for him?
Well, the two proven replacements I only see is like Yusuf Fofana, I think is for 35 mil at Monaco right now, which I think is a steal, or try and get in Douglas Luiz, or even make a play for Polina. I think any 3 of those players would fit in perfectly for Partey. He's got to go. He's too injury prone, 32-year-old legs. He's a great player, great player, and kind of, has really taken over that role as his own, even when he was at Atletico. But it's just kind of time moves on. But I'll never understand the signing of Jorginho. Whoever wants to take the side of that was a smart idea, I want to hear that conversation really closely, because
it makes sense, Dal. It makes sense
I
because
think 3 players we can go get, Connor.
we weren't
Gonna make any money off keeping him or selling him, letting him go. Sorry, because it would have been a free anyway. And if you think about it logistically, he's going to be a second choice next season. It's really hard nowadays to find good midfielders who want to be second choice. And Jorginho, I don't know if Surfer agrees on this or not, because obviously he was ex-Chelsea. I actually think he's been a good midfielder for us this season. He's not an El Neni. He's not a Fabio Vieira. He's not the best, but he's still, in my opinion, is good enough to be in the Arsenal squad for next season, because he brings the experience. His passing's immaculate still. It's still fantastic. He's slow, but there's been literally no times this season, bar Spurs, where he's really given up on it. And I'd rather us ball out the cash to go and spend on a big midfielder, like Jesus is a proven midfielder, which I 100% agree with, proven midfielder, than getting both of them out, plus El Neni, that's 3 midfielders gone, and then having to spend money on possible 3 midfielders. In words of using money, it wouldn't make sense. And we're making money out of only Partey. It wouldn't make sense for me personally.
Do you know what I think is a left? No one's going to mention this. I think a left field option for you is Edson Alvarez from West Ham.
The Mexican player.
Yeah. Because I think Dal mentioned Douglas Luiz, but they're going in the Champions League, bro. He's not going to want to leave there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like Fofana, I think Fofana's a good, very under the radar. I mean,
give him a Rice, man. Give him a Rice every day, man.
Yeah, but I think Edson Alvarez, because we were linked to him when we had Tuchel, and then 3 days before the transfer window.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And so he might. I bet he's got a buyout clause. Like Kudus has got a buyout clause.
Yeah.
West Ham. I bet you'll find a buyout clause there. You probably won't. You'll probably try and get Bruno G from Newcastle. But I think now with Paqueta news, I think Man City are going to step up that chase for Bruno Guimaraes. That's for sure. But yeah, listen. Back to Jorginho. He wasn't my favourite player, but I ended up actually being one of his biggest defenders because he was too overly criticised. Everything was his fault. It was like, but he was just part of this brilliant midfield in the Champions League. With him and Kante and Mount to a certain extent were good. He didn't do it enough, but he has a brilliant range of passing. If he chose to do it,
I don't know what it was. The assist, it was like assist this season. Some of the long balls he makes from
against Watford
by the halfway line. It's from 32-year-old. It's crazy.
Yeah, he goes like this. It's away at Watford. Literally, he's on the right hand side. He curls it in around every defender, and Tammy Abraham scores like that. One for Kai Havertz last minute over the top for us. Scores. Havertz hit to the outside of his boot against Newcastle. No, I see him as a good squad player, but I think you guys. I've always said this. Everyone goes, "Oh, how are Arsenal going to beat Man City?" Ready-made players. Good to go. And I still think your squad. And when everyone goes, "Oh, look how much Arteta's done with that squad," he's helped put that squad together. It's one part of his fault he's not used like Fabio Vieira for 35 million and stuff like that. You still need I think you need another good backup centre back. I think you were lucky with Saliba and Gabriel not picking up injuries, and I think that's due to your style of play.
I agree, and I think that I don't think we're going to get one. I think they're going to depend on Kiwi or to slot in.
I agree. Well, you see that's
that'd be a mistake.
And it sounds
I
stupid.
agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just
it
telling
sounds
you.
stupid, but I'd rather. And it sounds stupid, but I'd rather ball out on that striker and that midfielder, because as much as it is shit, but we can play Timber there. We can play Tomiyasu there. We can play Ben White if we really need to. So, it's not.
No. It's just that I think
midfielder, striker for me.
But remember, we're coming off.
My point of midfielders, Connor, is that Jorginho, I get what you're saying and his passing ranges, attributes, and so forth. But if we were to sell him on and get 2 top midfielders, I think there's some flexibility in the center back area. I don't really think we need a top center back. And
we wouldn't have made any money from him, Dow. We sold him. He'd have gone for free.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just leave Jorginho, but I still think there's room for 2 top mids and maybe a center back in January. I just think the midfield is going to be hurting more because Jorginho will slot into that El Neni spot, and then we have a gap of talent between Jorginho and whoever's picked at the top, right?
Right.
And so Jorginho fills the El Neni role, then what's he going to play? 2 games?
And there's a lot
but he's a good squad player to have. I cannot agree with that.
There's a lot of football this summer as well because the Euros, the Copa, and there's Olympics as well. Everyone's forgetting about that.
There is, the Olympics. Yeah.
Is Saliba going to get picked by France for the Olympics?
Well, he's already been picked for the provisional, so you never know. He could be picked for the Olympics as well.
That's what I mean, because Deschamps doesn't really pick him for the national team, does he? He's got something.
He might send him off to the Olympics.
How does he not get into the France starting 11? Like I don't get how that's even a question.
I don't
He's
know.
going to like throw in
You can't really buy a forward for not because he's one of the best managers going. But it is, in my opinion. I mean, if he doesn't after this season, last season I got it. He was injured for like the second half of the season. I kind of got it, but this season he has been immaculate. And if he doesn't get picked for at least a couple of the group stage, it will be. But that's the thing, though. I can't say it will be stupid because they've got Konate, they've got Koundé, they've got Upamecano, they've got Hernandez, they've got all these players, man. So this is the problem when you've got all this talent. You can't really fit it all into one squad. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, no, 100%. By the way, guys, make sure you smash the likes up. By the way, and Dal, I think you got 2 minutes. You want to shout yourself out real quick, my bro?
Coming up. Yeah, thanks, TJ, for having me on. Great meeting you, Winter Surfer. Good luck for your club that I absolutely hate. And Connor, great seeing you, Connor. Hope you have a great 3-day weekend. No, big up Winter Surfer. I kind of got a quick question for you. What would have been your expectations with all your players healthy and POCH at the lead role? What would have been your expectations on the table, just quickly? So
this is going to sound mad because we finished in the place I thought we would because we didn't buy a goalkeeper and a recognised striker. But seeing as the league panned out, I actually think we underachieved. so I think we should finish 5th or top 4 maybe, but I can't go back and say that the end 6 was what I predicted at the start of the season because of those two points of the spine were not filled out properly from me. So.
Well, all right, guys. We move on.
I hope everything calms down at work. I'm with you there, man. I'm with you there.
Yeah, I just got a couple of things I got to finish up here. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. I don't understand why Dal says thanks for having me on. It's his show. It's just like, hey, thanks for having me on, man. I'm like, dude, we've been doing this show for this is the 60th episode. We've literally been doing this almost a year and a half. Like, what are we doing here? No, but anyway, big up Dal every single time. And Chief Waffle Cop, expected waffle is 0 for Dal, which of course that goes.
Can I throw out my question to Surfer?
Oh, I can't wait for this. Go for it.
Oh, the chat are probably gonna hate it, but Surfer,
okay. Fuck the chat. It's fine.
Top 3 Marvel MCU movies. Top 3.
Oh my God, this is tricky. Are we doing the chat too, by the way? You mean the entire thing, or can I take the Avengers ones out and then
let's take the Avengers ones out because they're obviously the top 2 or 3 for me. So let's take the Avengers one out. Go on.
Okay, I'll take top 1 is Winter Soldier, just a masterpiece. Second is the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
first Guardians of the Galaxy was dope.
Very good movie.
And I don't care what anyone says, and it still stands up right now. It's the first Iron Man for me.
Oh my-
Started it all off,
I
didn't it?
remember seeing that in theaters when I was in high school and being completely
Yes.
blown
Oh,
away.
shit, for real?
Yep,
Yeah.
For real?
completely blown
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, back.
Wow.
Yeah, Connor. That was 20 years ago.
But you know
Uh,
what-
was-
you know
it
what-
was-
you know what,
you were still trying to kick the slats out of the bottom of your cradle, but
But here's the thing, right? I thought it was just a one-off thing, and then I ended up going to watch I know it's Matt, but I watched that Incredible Hulk film,
Yeah.
and then at the end, obviously, the thing when he shows up, and I went,
Tony
Huh?
Stark, yeah.
oh, "What?
Yeah.
What are they doing?" Because it's before like
Everything was announced. Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
Twitter and everything, and nothing was spoiled, and you went,
Yeah.
huh? Like that. What the hell? And then it's year after year after year. But yeah, those three.
Oh, okay. Ryan, screw you. Your Riz is shit.
hey, Ryan, look.
They are ass. Oh,
Look,
my God,
here's the
they're
thing.
so
Here's the
ass.
thing, Ryan. If your favorite movie doesn't begin and end with The Godfather, you're not here. I'm not hearing anything you gotta say. I'm not. But the fact that you said this and not like another movie, like you could have said anything. You could have said like, "Oh, Gone with the Wind." You could have said, like one of the
Lord of the Rings
Avengers
and things like
movies.
that.
If you're a big Marvel fan, you could be a Star Wars fan. You could do anything. But you chose Fast and Furious to die on
Movie.
as
Here's
the
the
hill
thing.
to die on.
Here's the thing: if you're looking at a franchise, and it's just my opinion, and I think over half the films are shit, then that's a shit franchise for me. Okay,
Bro,
I don't care.
It
Listen,
came to the
it doesn't
point
make
where they're
sense
driving
anything
in
now.
space.
Yeah,
They were driving in space.
Yeah, the only thing now is to actually have them battle either go to Jurassic World and he can battle a T-Rex.
You're like,
Or
time travel.
he literally, in some type of time warp, he jumps off Optimus Prime's shoulder and smashes Megatron in the face like that. That's the only.
Yeah,
Honestly,
time travel, like multiverse should be put in. I've watched the first 5 and I got so bored for the 5th. I was just like, it's the same thing over and over again. I thought I can't be asked.
It's all about the family.
It's all about my family, yeah. I don't need to die. I've got family. All that bullshit.
Yeah, okay, that's great. But,
My top 3, barring the Avengers movies. I want to be a bit different. I love Winter Soldier. Don't get me wrong. The Civil War count as an Avengers movie because they're all in it. Even though it's got so much criticism, I actually really enjoyed that one.
I enjoy it. I always call it. I think it's Avengers 2.5. I always think.
Yeah.
of
Okay.
that.
So we'll rule that out.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to think of something out of the box. I mean, Volume 3 for Guardians of the Galaxy was fantastic. Easily the best movie out of the past. However shit they've brought out over the past 3 years. So I'll do Volume 3 for Guardians of the Galaxy because I want to be different. I want to rule out the one Surfer said. Black Panther 1 is a very good movie. Okoye behind you probably set that off.
Ryan, you are
I got-
this close to getting timed out, bro. You are this close.
Special mention for Thor Ragnarok for me. Special mention.
Yeah,
for
Thor Ragnarok's a very good film. Come on, my mind's gone blank for MCU movies.
Doctor Strange.
I like
The first
Doctor
one.
Strange. I haven't watched all these movies, but I really like Doctor Strange.
Spider-Man No Way Home. Something like that.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
problem with that movie is, though, it was a film really you can only see once and really enjoy. Because it was funny. If you go back and watch when they came through the portals, there's a pause because that's meant for cinema audience. It's meant for all that. However, I mean, yeah, it's probably up there. So I'll go Volume 3.
Right.
I'll go Black Panther. And so difficult.
Ryan, I will forgive you because of your age for what you've just put in your last message.
How old is Ryan? How old's Ryan?
20, early 20s.
Bro. Okay. First of all, give
first
yourself
one
a
I'll say
rap
is
on the
shit.
head for that Godfather take, and then go watch The Godfather. And if you are not reformed, I can't help you. Like,
By the way, Ryan, no cars smash into each other off a mountain or in space in those films.
It's true. It's just classic cinema, like groundbreaking cinema. Like literally the best. Godfather 1 and Godfather 2 are rated by several movie organizations as being the second and the third best movies ever created.
And by the way,
third best movies ever created.
I know.
That's the other one. Sorry, Shang-Chi. That's the one I like. Shang-Chi.
Oh, that's the good one. Actually,
Very
I know
good
you're supposed to suspend your mind in some films like superhero genre. But
Yeah.
have you
Also,
suspended
Cube, if you didn't like Heat, I can't help you. Sorry. Okay, keep going.
Oh my god!
Dude, no, Surfer. Tell me about Heat.
I could have watched a film with just them two in that cafe or that restaurant, you know, when they're talking to each other.
Yep.
Just 2 hours of that, I would have been fine. But
You never wanted a normal type. You never wanted a
Nero
normal
and
type life. What? Fucking barbecue and baseball games. That's like the best conversation.
Yeah, Al Pacino, yeah, and yeah,
Al Pacino, and De Niro sharing. That is the first on-screen conversation they've ever had. Was in that diner in Heat, and it was a masterclass.
Did this guy really call us nerds and then rate Harry Potter? What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Some self-awareness.
I like Harry Potter, but not as
no,
much.
I like them as well, but it's like some self-awareness. Bro, he called us nerds earlier in the chat, but you know,
Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars nerd, massive Star Wars nerd.
Yeah.
I started rewatching Star Wars. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys are here for a football conversation, I guess you can fuck off because we're going off the rails. We're gone, bro. It doesn't matter. It's the off season. Who cares? We can talk 10 hogs out. Okay, let's talk about it after the FA Cup final. Like, who gives
do you guys right? And I watched this for the first time, maybe a couple months ago, and I didn't enjoy it. I had to actually stop and pause, and I hate to do that. I know I'm not enjoying a movie when I've never watched it before, and I've got to pause it and watch it another day.
Right.
I don't like Interstellar. Not a fan of it. Love the music, love the score, but I've just never been. I had to stop.
What,
it was
what movie? Interstellar?
Yeah, Interstellar. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
no, I want to make sure that I heard you right.
I don't like films that try to be smarter than they are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
there's too much going on.
It was.
Like,
I agree with Connor. The plot by the end of it, you're just kind of like, really?
Yeah,
really. Like, I enjoyed it in the moment.
Like that.
Yeah,
it was like I didn't get it, and it didn't make sense to me. And then I googled at the end, what did the movie actually mean? And it was like it's meant to tell you about the laws of physics. And I thought, fuck, I don't care. If you want to learn about something like that, Oppenheimer. Just watch something like that, physics and stuff. Man, fantastic movie.
Another beautiful piece of cinema. Go ahead.
I'm only going by your age, Connor, so I don't think. Maybe TJ. Did you ever watch Enemy of the State, TJ? You know, the Will Smith, Gene Hackman film, '98. You got to watch. That's a brilliant film. That is conspiracy theory. Just a brilliant film, but it still holds up today for me. Some of these films still hold up. But well, no, I'm all for action. I'll watch The Rock. I'll watch Con Air back to back, something like that. I'll do all that. It's no
any Rock movie is going to be a good movie.
See, you, Andrew. I'm talking about the movie The Rock. Yeah. The Rock, like Alcatraz, freaking Nicolas Cage. What is it? Wasn't Gary? What's his name? Sean Connery. A bunch of freaking absolute superstars in that show. No, go and watch those movies. Anything made from like 1988 through 2000 in the action genre was absolutely phenomenal. The 90s were phenomenal for
I even say the early O's because there's some really good early O movies. Probably max in 2008. There's some real.
Cube's other question: if you're into animation, X-Men '97.
I need to watch that one still. I need to watch
honestly, just honestly, it's astounding. I mean, I didn't think it was. I like the original back in the '90s when it came out. You know, well, not the last season, but this one's just unreal. It's the best thing Marvel have done.
In a long time.
Oh God, maybe WandaVision. As a series,
I'd say Loki.
Even that, if you go past the first 3 episodes, WandaVision, that's when the season really starts. If you take out the first 3 episodes, which
that's true.
Yeah, but no, you're right. Just honestly, some of these films is like like Training Day, Denzel Washington.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Shawshank Redemption. What a film!
Unbelievable. The Green Mile.
Oh mate, if you don't cry, I don't give a fuck if you're a man. I'm a big man. If you don't cry when watching The Green Mile, you are not a human being.
Dude, Shawshank Redemption, bro. Shawshank Redemption.
Fantastic film. At the end. Any film with Morgan Freeman is going to be a good movie. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Did you ever see Wanted?
No, I haven't seen Wanted.
Yeah, that was
good movie. Good movie. Not the best, but very good. Very good.
Definition of a popcorn flick. You know what I mean?
I want to ask, hey Cubed, if you want the link, I'll just send you the link since you're just freaking talking movies in there anyway. I did want to ask Surfer a question though, because On your Twitter, you say you're an American. You're a fan of a lot of American sports.
Yeah.
Is that a correct statement? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Who do you follow? What leagues do you follow? Just for the chat, what leagues do you follow?
NBA, NFL. I tried to get into baseball, but it's probably like you guys trying to watch cricket. Do you know what I mean?
100. It 100% is.
Like I did, yeah, it just didn't get me. I mean, I'd love their wages because when I watch baseball, it's just the news about contracts. You know what I mean? I like watching that, and someone gets like a 13-year, $700 million contract. I go, what the hell? What the hell is going on here? But yeah, I'm a Ravens fan. NFL.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah. Okay.
Going to around 2000, that defense, Ray Lewis, stuff like that. And
Ray Lewis.
I love the fact we won Super Bowls with
Shannon Sharp was on that team too.
But I love that we won the last 2 Super Bowls we have with average quarterbacks, in my opinion.
Dude, oh my God! You know the Ravens broke my heart. When was that? 2000? Was it? No, it wasn't 13. It was 12 when Peyton Manning. I'm a big Broncos fan. The freaking Peyton Manning, the Peyton Manning era when Flacco and you guys beat us in the AFC Championship. Oh, oh my God! Who's the poor bastard's name that the ball went right over his head? I forget his name.
Oh.
I've been trying to it was number 26. It's like literally on the top of on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, you guys.
Was that the same season when the Seahawks missed that field goal?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. The same. Oh my God, I remember that. Yeah.
Dude, I remember watching that and literally with my friends drunk in an apartment somewhere. I just moved to Kansas City. I literally got up and left. And then I had 3 or 4 people calling me, making sure that I wasn't going to bathe with a toaster. I was so pissed.
Jesus.
I was so pissed. I don't think I've ever been more upset by a result from a game ever.
And I'm a Lakers fan from the 2000s, so it was Kobe and Shaq and that, and I always laugh at GOAT debates and Kobe never gets mentioned, so I always laugh.
That's an absolute joke. That's an absolute joke,
right? It's I just okay, fine, yeah, there's no point arguing.
Absolutely. Big up Cubed.
You can't have a movie or geek talk discussion without me. You know that.
I know. You're the biggest geek I know. How are you? I mean, this show's off the rails now. It's okay. If you're in the chat, if you're in the chat, you're a fucking real one. This has gone off the rails. If you guys want to talk about Ten Hag, we'll talk about him next week. Who gives a shit?
Unless you films you like, we'll talk about them.
Play along with it. No, and here's the thing: is I love this stuff when it goes off the rails like this. Play along in the chat, hang out with us. Who gives a shit?
I'm not gonna lie, it's always me that does this.
But I just want to take this opportunity since I'm on the stream now to call out Ryan. You know what? That's why you don't have game, buddy. Because you're calling us Marvel lovers, nerds. Well, I'm a chick, and I'm telling you right now, you calling us nerds, it ain't happening.
Chicks dig nerds.
And then he mentions Harry Potter. Then he mentions Harry Potter after saying nerds.
Yeah. Nerds are hot.
Yeah,
we rule the world.
Yeah, we literally rule the world though. I got made fun of so much in high school for being a nerd, and look. Not only am I a sports YouTuber, I am also working in IT, and it makes me want to blow my brains out sometimes. But I'm still pretty smart.
I think we talk about football too much. I like a stream that.
I agree. No, because what happens here, and don't get me wrong, here's the thing, I love talking ball with you guys. I love doing it. I learn more knowledge than I spit.
Yeah, you're fake fan. You don't know anything.
Fake fan, American. You fucking loser. Yeah. You're not entertaining. Who are you? Anyway, no, but these kinds of conversations are just a nice little respite, because guess what, guys? We spend 38 plus weeks a year talking about the same bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to escape. I'm so happy the Copa America's coming. I'm so happy the Euros are coming. But you know what? We have a sweet spot of a couple of weeks where we don't necessarily have to talk about that.
You would have thought about that, and then a couple of managers get fired. You know what I mean? It's
exactly. Yeah, and the people that you're talking about bringing in are so underwhelming that it actually makes you want to drive off a cliff. I'm not going to lie. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Ryan, like I said, I'm a chick, and I'm telling you that up the nerds, the nerds.
Every single
Yeah,
time.
Mr. Harry Potter guy. Yeah, we're nerds, Mr. Harry Potter guy.
Freaking weird. Anyway, all right. Cubed, you said something in the chat I got to call you out on, and I'm actually very upset with you.
About Heat?
About Heat. Why did you not like Heat?
Okay, it's because you told me to watch Heat, and I
did.
did because you told me to. I've heard of it, by the way.
Did you build it up in your mind to be like this big thing because I wouldn't stop talking about it?
Yeah, you wouldn't stop talking about it, and other people have said it's good, so I watched it. And that scene, the Al Pacino, De Niro scene was really good. The beginning was good. The end was good. It's just that the middle had a bunch of stuff in there that didn't need to be that long. Like, it was way too long-winded. I don't need all that crap about these women.
It's called character building.
It was too much character building. Seriously, it was
too much character building for people that get. Never mind. I'm not going to.
It's to mess with your mind, man. It's supposed to make you cheer which side to cheer for at the end.
But it's all these. Seriously, it was like, how many conversations do you need to have with your chicks where the chicks are like, "You're not available. You're not emotionally available.
I don't care. I'll watch Ashley.
To your work.
I'll watch Ashley Judd all day long. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Of course, she's
90s Ashley Judd.
Along came a spider. Morgan Freeman, Long Came a Spider.
Yeah, I need to watch. I love thrillers. Thrillers are by far my favorite type of movies. Like the first Taken is undefeated for me. Like the other two are a bit mid, but the first one is a I love thriller. Guess Who, those kind of ones. Like if we're talking about recency, the Knives Out movies are fantastic.
Knives Out are fun.
Oh, they just
Glass Onion wasn't as good as the other ones.
No, the first one was fantastic though. The first one was great.
Anna Diamas could step on me if she wanted to, but anyway, go ahead.
Of course she could.
You have said that about so many chicks.
He hasn't even. He's only said that about the one. The I can't remember her name. What's the one that you really liked, TJ, at the time? Rebecca something. Is it?
Are you talking about Rebecca Lowe from Premier League?
That's the one. Yeah.
She could definitely disrespect me if she wanted to.
So FYI, everybody, TJ says that about so many.
Who else did you say that about? I've only heard him say Rebecca Lowe.
About Olivia Munn. Has said that about. He's said that about. The Rebecca. He has said that about so many chicks.
Oh, names one. That's so many.
There's a bunch.
But here's the thing: is if you're in the and people don't really pay attention to it because there's so much talk in the Sarcasm City chat. That I literally, like, Jez will put a picture of like ScarJo in there, and I'll be like, yeah, she's fine to disrespect me. And like, no, there's so many different ones. Look, I'm a man that likes women. What do you want from me? It is what it is, cute.
I do admit.
Look at his last message. He literally contradicts himself in his last message.
Grant, you clearly don't live life.
What is this? This is ridiculous.
This guy, I'm pretty sure this guy just says shit to get a reaction. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he does.
That's why he ain't getting.
He's sat in his bedroom right. He's sat in his bedroom right now with his thumb in his mouth.
And here's the thing. Not to get back to the football real quick, but yeah, Ray, this is what I'm consigning. This is like literally what I'm consigning myself to this summer.
So one good one, the rest will be kids. So not Hato.
And here's the thing: is people wonder why people get on my case around why I'm Arteta out and Kroenke'd out. Like people get on my case about that. But you know what, Ray? Big up for being here. Smash the like, and you are probably correct.
Here's two for you, teacher. I don't know if you haven't seen this.
I was going to say when we were naming.
Whatever you think about much of a dick he's been, but Conspiracy Theory and Ransom, Mel Gibson.
Oh,
right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Ransom was fan-freaking-tastic, and the movie that I grew up with, and I knew you probably grew up with too, Surfer, because you and I are around the same age. Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
You ever
all
see
the lethal weapons.
Yeah. My mom and dad, like as soon as I was old enough, they're like, yeah, we gotta show them Lethal Weapon. Wait. And I'm not trying to distract too much, but here we go. One of my favorite movies of all time. I need to hear what you guys think about it. Tombstone.
Oh, brilliant.
Dude.
Yeah.
Tombstone, absolutely incredible.
Never saw it.
Oh my God, Connor's never seen Tombstone either. I can see by the look on his face he's never seen Tombstone.
Out of Val Kilmer.
Here's the thing, you know, back to Lethal Weapon. If you watch Lethal Weapon 2 and 3 back to back, you think you're watching two different franchises?
Yeah.
Because of the tone. They literally went, Lethal Weapon 2 was literally people trying to kill each other like that. They did the Partey in Lethal Weapon 3, but a bit of a comedy switch to it, and it was like,
Yeah.
what? It was
When
like,
you're throwing Joe Pesci in there, you have one of the best actors of a generation, and you're putting him in there as kind of like the class clown.
yeah.
Like, I'm just kind of like, okay,
mate,
like, whatever.
They've made 4, right? I can see it right. They've made 4 of them.
Yeah, and 4 was
There is
awful.
going to be a 5. I don't care what
Yeah,
anyone tells me.
yeah.
That is screaming for a 2025, 2026 reboot Lethal Weapon 5. It's just
Dude, I don't even know.
Best
Is Danny Glover even in any condition to do a Lethal
Probably not.
Weapon?
Not.
But
Maybe
He literally now is too old for that shit. He literally
maybe
now
he'll
is
be
too
like,
old.
maybe he'll be like the uncle of the main, something like that. It'll be
Yeah,
like,
no,
like
Brooks
Michael
is-
B. Jordan or some shit in there.
yeah, but they had to reboot it after the terrible series they tried to reboot. Do you remember the
Oh,
series?
dude. Yeah,
God.
that was disgusting.
They
That
killed,
was so shameless.
They killed the Riggs character because they fired the actor. So they killed the Riggs guy. The guy who's going to play Murtaugh couldn't do a full season due to health reasons. I mean, that was just bad luck. Oh yeah. I told you it's going to be like anyone who watches like wrestling, like old school wrestling, it's going to be like, who's the guy who keeps attacking people under the hood? And so it'll be like that. It'll just be like that. It's ridiculous. The mystery fourth man. They all know who the mystery fourth man is. They've just been told not to say who it is. Stuff like that. It's just annoying. It's just to keep people on hooks. It's
Speaking of 90s like action movies, actually I would say those Harrison Ford movies, The Fugitive, Clear and Peasant Danger, that was
brilliant.
those were so good.
Patriot Games.
Patriot Games. All
Force
those
Awakens.
those were
Force
good.
Awakens was a good one.
You're too young for this.
I'm joking.
You're way too young.
These
for
are
this
just Harrison Ford
conversation,
films
Connor.
right now.
I'm also a massive fan of the Indiana Jones movies, and I went to Dollar Destiny. I've never walked out of a movie so disappointed in all my life. And he just said to me, Harrison, just retire. Just stop. Just retire from acting now. You're done now.
No, don't. He can't retire. He can't retire because he was in 1923, which was like the Yellowstone spinoff, and he was brilliant in that. Brilliant. He's got some energy. He's got some energy. He's all
What was
right.
the one he was in?
Only doing these ones for paycheck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's in the new Captain America movie.
Yeah, he's gonna be Thaddeus
Ross.
Yeah, Ross.
Yeah, he's gonna be Red Hulk.
He's gonna be fucking Red Hulk. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I mean, he's not retiring anytime
That'll
soon.
bleed into the Thunderbolts film. So.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah, I know. The Connor, the Acolyte, it's gonna come out soon.
Oh yeah, I need to watch
Only
that. Yeah,
like a couple weeks. It's
I haven't
gonna
even
come
watched.
out soon.
I haven't even watched Echo or anything like that. I need to.
Getting back to the football briefly. Cube, answer the question, please.
I'm Anjin.
Anjin. Well, I can understand why you'd be.
I've been criticizing.
If you're Anjala, you're.
I've been criticizing him at the end of the season because he's made some really bad decisions, but I think that he needs a little bit more time.
I literally think
and he needs backing.
You're moving like a proper Arteta, in a.
Well, yeah, no, he's had two transfer windows.
Season.
He's had 2 transfer windows, and one of those was spent wondering if Harry Kane was going to stay.
And Postecoglou will not win Tottenham trophy. I'll tell you that.
Watch out! That'll be an interesting.
I don't know if
that'll be an interesting. That will be an interesting situation at Spurs if they don't back him this summer. You'll start to hear stories of him being frustrated about not getting what they need. Stuff like that.
But
I can see him walking next season before it ends. I can see it walking before it ends. Like
he could
especially if they have a bad start. Especially if they have a bad start as well, and they don't get the signings that they want. Because after the first 11, there's a massive drop off in that squad.
100%
in every position, and they need so much. So like every squad, every team, apart from even City, need like every team needs a lot. This might be the most transfers ever done in a window by the Premier League. Not price, just like ever, like people. Just like
including the managers as well.
Yeah.
Ryan, Lord of the Rings, another franchise for the nerds. So you're telling us that the nerds are cool. You're telling us that nerds are awesome. That's what you're trying to
What's
tell
he saying now? Lord of the Rings.
This guy, man. No
nerds are great. That's what you're telling us. By the way, Lord of the Rings is the basis of like all of fantasy.
Nerds.
Like after 1950
from the books, from the books,
yeah, the books, like everything is based off of Lord of the Rings. The whole thing of elves in general. If you ever see elves, anything, it's based off Lord of the Rings, basically.
Just going back to that Chelsea thing about 40 hours, that would conspiracy theory hat time. That would put us in line for the game Amarim on Sunday. Just saying.
Just saying.
I'm not an ITK. I don't want to be. I'm not an ITK. It's just something.
You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first from the.
I've just seen Staffy has just run up in exactly 45 minutes a FIFA stream, a draft stream. I've been the first comment, and I've said I can't wait to see Staffy get knocked out in the first round of every draft.
Are you gonna call? Are you? No, I saw that he definitely did a draft. So
no, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to pay. He doesn't want to pay. He hasn't given me a direct answer. He doesn't want to pay me. He hasn't given me a direct answer yet. I kept saying, "Why don't you pay me?" He was like, "Play TJ." I'm like, "I've already beaten TJ."
he has. It's
TJ catches praise.
He said it so casually, though. He said it like, "Yeah, I'm really beating TJ."
Here's the thing, real quick, before I let Connor shoot his WWE promo here. I literally go on gaming streams, and it's hilarious because they're the most popular stream that I've done lately. A big up Lee Gunner for the redirects, but still I'm getting like 20 viewers watching me play FIFA half in the bag at 9:30 at night, which I appreciate because my community is incredible. But if I was good at this game, I would be the biggest dickhead. I would be so smug. I would be like Staffy, essentially, is what I'd be.
Yeah,
but
that's why how good he really is.
But since I'm not good at it, that's half the entertainment. Like, that is the entertainment.
What Warrior just said in the chat.
Yes. Like, here's the thing is, I don't claim to be good. I've never said I was good. Never said it.
TJ's like every FIFA player, even myself, when they shout at the screen and why they've got the controller players go, why did you pass it like that? Like to another player that you're controlling, and you go, you don't have any self-awareness. Like, you're controlling the player.
It has to drive Flawless absolutely crazy. But anyway, Connor, you were spitting. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying. I've been talking to Staffy the past day or so, and I've made it clear and direct that I want to play him at FIFA, and now he's on FIFA at 11. I'll message him again. Actually, I'll message him right now. But I'm waiting for a game. And listen, I'm not going in all chess saying, I'm the best FIFA player in the world. I just want to see how good he is. Because I've been playing FIFA since FIFA 14. So I just think I know my stuff. When I was EAFC, sorry. Don't hate me. I just want to see how good he is. And Das is chatting his shit. There's no way Mike Das beats me. If Mike Das beats me at FIFA, I'm done in life. I'm never playing the game again. About he'll beat me with Celtic 8-10-0. 8-0. You haven't laughed, Das. How about smile for once, Das? Yeah? How about smile for once?
Wow.
No, listen. If Das, and that's the thing, Das, I'm not going to bother messaging Mike. Because Mike will message me back. He won't. Because I've got his WhatsApp. He won't message me back though. If Mike plays me at FIFA and he beats me, I'm never touching the game again. Never ever. Never touching the game. I already know Mike's shit.
Das is actually pretty. Here's the thing: Das is actually pretty good. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Because I literally during that stream, I was like, I think that was on. When was that? I think it was on Sunday when Lee redirected to me, and I just literally was like, I'd been drinking most of the day because I was sad. And then I get online. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And then he comes on. Lee redirects to me, and I get my ass kicked like several times in a row.
You know, when I think it was late last year when you guys were doing new stuff.
Shut up, Warrior. Shut up, Warrior. Sorry,
yeah. You were doing like the you guys are doing the pro clubs team, and I was watching one episode, and it literally took you guys 45 minutes to decide who's playing where on the live stream. 45 minutes.
Literally,
I'm good here. And it was like,
here's the thing, Surfer, it's the most dysfunctional shit I've ever seen. Whereas if you go to when I play with you guys at Sarcasm City, we have our positions and we do not fucking deviate. We don't do it. I'm either in the 8 or the 10. You're on the wing or you're playing the 9, and that's it. That's what it is. Flawless always center back. Mont's always the 10. Staffy when he plays always the 10. Like that's how it works.
Flawless keeps inviting me, but I keep forgetting to download the PS4 version of it.
You need to download the PS4 version.
I keep remembering to download that because I keep thinking PS5 will be able to play, but that's not the case, is it?
Yeah,
We're trying to get him.
we're
We're
about
trying
to
to get him
follow
to
the
get-
I'm telling you
track
right
on Planet
now, we
Millennium.
need to set up a FIFA tournament. We have to have a set amount of people in it, and I guarantee you I'll win the whole thing.
Well, he's definitely up for friendlies. No, you should speak to him about that because we're doing the pro clubs on playback now as well.
Here-
We're doing. It starts on YouTube. Like he'll do it both, but then he obviously will stop it. On
I'm
YouTube.
telling you right now, if we set up a tournament, I'm winning that shit.
Probably.
oh wow, he's talking with massive chest. No, Surfer, in your opinion, other than yourself, who is the best FIFA player that you've ran into playing with Sarcasm City and everybody?
It's Grim.
Oh,
It's Grim.
Grim in the 9. There's nobody better.
I mean, even when he's half awake, I just like it's just like it's ridiculous when you get like that's a lot, by the way, when he's half awake. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When
it
he's like, and I got to say, like, obviously Monster that, but YG, honestly, some of the stuff he does, the passing and stuff like that, and then Flawless. I mean,
There's nobody better at center back.
Listen, we play 3 at the back, and we don't keep a lot of clean sheets. But Flawless, some of the blocks that he does and stuff like that, when you just go, how the hell has he done that? Because we don't have a goalkeeper, and I don't know why our goalkeeper's not upgraded, but it's crap. Our goalkeeper in pro clubs. Yeah.
Let me guess, Rayan's been kicked out of that as well.
Right.
No,
Ryan,
he doesn't. He
Ryan
never
2
played.
years ago was part of the team, and on one stream we didn't know where he was, and he'd gone to speak to a girl or something on the phone and didn't tell us. So he was like, he wasn't like
away.
he wasn't
Yeah, away.
on the day as well. Yeah, and Flawless kicked him off on that stream. He kicked him out of that stream. And he's
Look at this
been
guy.
back.
I bet you that the girl he's talking to never spoken to him again after that night. Guarantee.
Probably.
Was it his
She was
mom?
16.
Was it his
probably
mom?
was.
His mom?
Yeah.
Listen, I was much love to say, TJ. I do have to bounce, unfortunately.
All right, we're gonna wrap up here in a minute. Go and shout yourself out, bro.
You can find me on CMO Sports. I'm going to be doing a watch along tomorrow for the FA Cup final. And on Sunday, the playoff final as well. That'll be a really good game. Hopefully, Leeds got, because I think Leeds got a better squad than Southampton, in my personal opinion. And then also going to be doing an England stream to see who will do a tier list, who's going to go, who's going to stay, who'll be on the bench. So keep locked on CMO Sports on the road to 700 subs. So
Do a tier list for movies, Connor. Do a stream of tier list for movies.
I'd love to, but I feel like no one will watch it.
I already told you that I would.
Who cares?
I was like, "Why are you not doing a movie
Yeah,
stream?"
I'll
So
see.
you need to keep up with your letterboxd. You have not been
Oh,
updated.
okay, no, I can't be fucked in that anymore. It's so much effort. So much effort. Anyway, thanks TJ, thanks Server, thanks Cubes. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend.
Take care. Take
Bye,
care.
bye.
Yeah, and with that, guys, we are going to start wrapping up because I got some stuff I got to take care of before the wifey gets home. But big up everybody that watched this show. This was episode 60 of American Idiots, which honestly, this show, I started the show back in March of 2023. Just being a fan of everybody, just watching guys like Surfer. I've been a fan of football YouTube for a while, for years and years and years, starting with watching Troops on Back Again, right? And now I am streaming with these guys. I'm hanging out. And the fact that we've gone 60 episodes is all due to you guys in the chat and due to people like Surfer, due to people like Cubed. So again, just want to let you know with every big milestone that we hit on this channel that I am extremely grateful. And I cannot believe that this is a thing that I do every week and sometimes every day. So I really, really appreciate the support, guys, every single time. Surfer, again, you're one of my favorite people to stream with. You're one of my favorite people to game with. Shout yourself out, man, and thank you so much again for coming on the show, brother.
Obviously, shout out to the Godfather, Flawless Sarcasm City. He's basically just spawned most of us here or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Casby FC, Carefree Lewis. I'm sure anything breaking on Chelsea, you'll see me somewhere. I'll always tweet out what I'm on, but make sure, more importantly, you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Because these guys will be, listen, if you don't want an echo chamber about Arsenal, then come here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's one of the few out there. Do you know what I mean? Out there, the rest are, happy with what they want. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's all good. But yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I've enjoyed it a lot tonight. It's nice to, like I said about 5 minutes ago, it's nice to take a break and not talk about football for a bit. You know what I mean? Something, so it's all good.
No, absolutely, absolutely, and thank you everybody for tuning in, and thank you to Winter Surfer for joining us. Of course, Andrew, you can catch him on Sarcasm City with me on pretty much every Q&A. You can catch him on Casually FC with that fraud Marshall.
Big fraud,
big fraud Marshall, and then the worst of the worst. So yeah, of course, make sure that you guys are tuned into those guys. Of course, you can see him over on the Football Terrace whenever there is breaking Chelsea news. Cubed, shout yourself out.
I got nothing to shout out.
Cubed is awesome. Don't worry about it. Me and Cubed are gonna be shooting some content in LA. Cubed will be just off camera though, so you'll just hear her voice, right? Like we're gonna meet up for some Korean barbecue, and I'm gonna live stream the Korean barbecue. I'm pretty sure.
And we're gonna go see LAFC.
And we're seeing LAFC versus Tijuana. So that'll be
good. You ever watch the comedy Frasier?
Yes.
You know Niall's wife?
Yes.
I'm not saying like Cubes is like behaves like her, but you never saw her.
You never saw her.
You never saw her. Never saw her. Entire 11-season run, you never saw her face once. Never saw her.
Love it. I love it. No, the aura that Cubed holds on this community is fantastic. So yeah, she will be. She told me that when we met up in LA, she'd be wearing a Batman mask though. So let's so I'll know who she is. You know?
Yeah, I'll be wearing a Batman mask, and I have a Batman like hat and like everything. It'll be like that, and then I'll hold up a sign that says "Arsenal suck." So
no,
I wouldn't do that when there's a ton of Arsenal fans going to be in LA at the time. That's why I'm in LA.
Just freak him out by going up to him and going, "I'm cute." Or just
a sign that says TJ is a fraud. I think it's pretty obvious.
Hey, you know what? That's fair. And you know what? I'll probably don't take that Arsenal sign with you. Do that one, and most of the Arsenal fans will probably agree with you. But anyway, all right, guys, that's the show. Big up everybody. Of course, shout out to Dal and Connor. Shout out to Q. Shout out to Winter Surfer. Obviously, you can catch me here, TJ Warren TV. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You never know when I'm going to be going live with gaming streams or just live updates. Whenever I just feel like talking to you guys, I will go live. So obviously, make sure that you're doing that. The content doesn't stop. We will be covering Copa America. We will be covering any U.S. women's soccer team matches. We will be doing this. I'll be live streaming the Stanley Cup final as well. So, and I'll be doing that on the Sarcasm City playback, but we will be on here doing that. So, of course, thank you all for your support. Really, really appreciate it. This has been episode 60. And you know what? I'm such a fraud. I need to figure out who to redirect to. Oh my God. You know who's live? Jacob.
Oh, good.
We'll go. Yeah, I know. It's the worst. But we'll go ahead and go over there. Yeah, what a
United Frauds of America.
United Frauds of America are live right now.
No, so Jacob is the GOAT.
United. No, he's not the GOAT. He is a GOAT. He's not.
Shout out Jacob.
He's a GOAT. What an absolute fraud. But yeah, go over there and say TJ Warren TV raid. Jacob is a fraud. Make sure you say both of those things. And of course, make sure that you guys are smashing a like and subscribing to him if you haven't already. If you're watching this on playback, really, really appreciate it. Put your comments in the chat. Put your comments in the comment section after. Let me know if you liked the show. Let me know if you didn't. I really don't give a shit because I love doing this on a Friday. But anyway, until next time, we will see you later.